Folks, welcome back to the Code Check. If you're new on this channel, my name is Fanny and I'll be taking you through web development. In this episode, I'll be showing you how to install Visual Studio Code extensions as promised in the previous video. Let's get started. Now, before we get started, we need to understand what Visual Studio Code extensions are, why do we need them at some point, and then I'll show you with a few examples of how to install each of those extensions. In general, an extension is a piece of software or program that gives you extra feature to an already existing working software. Now, in this case, our standalone application or software is Visual Studio Code. Extensions in Visual Studio Code allow us to add languages, debuggers, and tools to our installation. This helps support our development workflow. Why do we need these extensions now? Basically, extensions help us increase productivity, and then, as previously mentioned, they allow us to add a couple of functionalities or tools to our Visual Studio Code that support our development. Here are a few examples of Visual Studio Code extensions. We have GitLens, Live Server, Import Cost, Prettier, Markdown, Better Comments. Now you can see a number of these extensions in the Visual Studio Code documentation in the marketplace. Now you don't need to install all of these extensions, you just have to pick a few that you will be using. How do we install Visual Studio Code extensions? We open our Visual Studio Code. Once our Visual Studio Code is open, let's maximize it. In the left hand corner you will see an icon here, and when you hover on it you'll be able to see extensions. So we click on that icon. So first we are going to show us also recommended extensions. So in this case we are going to install Live Server. So you just search here for Live Server. So we click on Live Server and then we shall see it installing. Now we have Live Server installed. How do we use Live Server? I'm going to create a new folder and I'll name it a test folder. So let's open this test folder in our Visual Studio Code. So you can see here we have our test folder opened, but it's empty. So we shall create a simple file in this test folder and we just call it test.html. Now let's create a simple HTML document. And then let's create a dummy paragraph or a heading. Learn programming. And then this is how we are going to be using Live Server. For us to view this document, we simply right click and then we shall see an option here of open with Live Server. Now before installing Live Server you will not see this option. So here we see Live Server has started and then it will prompt us to choose a browser to open the file is. So let's say Google Chrome and say OK. So from here we are able to view our document and we say welcome to Code Check. This is how we use Live Server. Without Live Server, you will have to go through our folder which we created in the desktop, which is test, and then you open the folder direct here. So let's see the difference with Google Chrome. So let's see the difference. We have the same document here, but one was opened with Live Server, whereas one was opened direct from our file directory. So the one opened direct from file directory, this is how it will show. It will show the directory as C, users, and the location of where the file is. Whereas the one in the Live Server will show the IP address and the port. So the next extension we are going to install is Browser Preview. So we click on the extension icon and search for Browser Preview. This is the extension. So we just click on install This extension enables us to open a real browser preview inside our editor. So we simply get the URL of our page here and paste. We shall be able to see what we have just written. We can add in anything here. Let's add another paragraph, for example, and just type there happy coding. We shall see that we are able to see what changes we are making in real time. Now there are a couple of other extensions you may need, and there's a couple of examples we shall see in the future. So stick around for more other videos and you see which other extensions we shall be adding. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions, you can comment down below, or if you faced any challenges while installing these extensions, comment down below for assistance or reach out to me at Fenny Codes on Twitter. See you in the next video. Bye bye.